Oh, hello. You join me here on this festive edition, one or two of these that we're gonna do. Festive edition of Smells Bitchin. What about this? What about it? What about these? Red specials, up the hoods. Today we're doing roast potatoes and we're also with garlic and rosemary, and we're also doing Brussels sprouts with bacon. So what I've done already is I've washed and prepped most of the sprouts. I've washed, peeled and prepped my roasties, my potatoes for roasting. We're using the humble Maris Piper for this. I'll tell you why. I'll show you how to prep one potato. I've already washed it. We peel it like so. I like doing the big strokes all the way around, as it were, and then it sounds like I'm giving somebody a reach around. I do the big strokes and then I'll come in on the look at that, oh look at that, and then on these wee bits you just do a wee, it's not very wasteful because you're just speed peeling through the wee curved bits and you still have most of your potato without doing big stupid strokes around the outside or by peeling. Some people chop the ends off potatoes, nuts. Anyway, so you want your potatoes to be sort of biggish and all roughly the same size. So that's a decent size of roasty. Some of the ones in here are a wee bit bigger because this was the smaller potato that I kept to show you how to prep it. But basically that's it. A wee quick rinse and then into the salt water. Must be salted, by the way. Here's two reasons. Firstly, because I know it annoys Chloe. Secondly, because it stops the potatoes going all mushy and you don't want mushy potatoes because then it's impossible to roast them. So we're gonna parboil these, which means, as I've said before, to partially boil. You don't want to boil them all the way. You want them to sort of get a wee bit flour, and we'll let them steam dry. I'll show you shortly. And then to prep the sprouts, I've already washed this. These sprouts, by the way, for whatever reason, particularly fucking smelly and particularly dirty. So probably because I bought them fucking in a garage. But anyway, so you peel the sort of outer leaves off. Some people don't do this. Some people, you're risking getting wee bits of grit and all. Nobody wants that in their dinner. So just peel them off until they're sort of down. You're at like a fresh layer. We quick rinse. And then some people tell you this is bullshit, but I don't think it does any harm. Cut a wee X in the bottom, like so. And then into your also salted water. The other reason for salting the water, oh, did I say it stops it going mushy? Osmosis. And then, so we get all our shit here, put that all straight into our green bag, which is part of the brown bin environment. You stole my childhood, fuck up. So I didn't steal anything. The only thing I steal are the hearts of my audience. Anyway, so for our roasties, we're gonna put them on the parboil. So they go onto there, great times. And then to go with the roasties, we're in garlic and rosemary. So we'll quickly do a wee wipe down of this board, and then we're just gonna swap the board over. And on this side, we've got garlic and rosemary. So just put a wee quick bit of pepper, and a wee quick bit of salt in there. Put these away. Clean as we go in this house. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And then we're gonna take a load of garlics, no fucking about, just straight in. These are good sized cloves. These will roast well. Mate, see these? You want to bang on about fucking 10 of these roasties because you'll want to eat them. You put them in late onto the roast when there's about 20 minutes left. Very dirty. Some people peel them. I think it's fun to sort of bust them out of the skins, as it were, at the last second, as it were. Put in a couple more. These are slightly smaller, these ones. But let's see. Some of you didn't think you'd be switching on to see me crushing my bulb, but here we go. Makes a mess, doesn't it? Garlic, all papery skin. It's like old people. Right. Why does garlic feel like your granny's hand? Doesn't it just papery? Spit through. Anyway, there we go. They're all in there. Fuck the rest out. They're all too small, really. for roasting. If you roast them too long, they go like nearly like glass, don't they? They're not nice when all the moisture's cooked out of them, right? And then wee bit of rosemary. Hello, rosemary. Annoyingly, these are all quite small sprigs. So again, no fucking about. One fair whack of this. Keep the rest. And the best way to do this, very quick rinse. Like most of these herbs you buy now are all washed anyway, but always good just to give it a wee helping hand. A couple of wee bits have hit the bottom there, so they go in the bin. And then, so you want to get them down so they're all like that. So with rosemary, you can do this with thyme as well if you're gentle enough. You just pull backwards off the opposite way that it grows, and then you're left with that, which is the bit you don't want to be eating. That's all good. These are mostly all good, all ready to chop, pretty much. That's all soft, still take those wee bits off. So there's a good one. You know, just peel it all back, and then you're left with with the bits that you want. I'm quite good at that, aren't I? He's actually very, yep. Rest of that I think is all good. A couple of wee bits, just worth taking out. And then here, runsy acrossy, cross chop method, mate. Just fucking let's bunch it up, and we'll just fucking just keep rolling this until it's a nice size for roasting with. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna sort of marinate that garlic with the rosemary and a bit of olive oil, and just leave it. I just leave it at room temperature while the potatoes are boiling and doing their first bit of the roast. And the rosemary and the garlic kind of infuses the oil that we're gonna then put on. So the oil, this is stuff that you put on just a wee bit at the end. I'll show you it all as it becomes relevant, but you do want to season this wee marinade as well, and then just adjust your seasoning later accordingly. So get the rest of this in. This is a good time, and then we rinse. Our hands smell like Christmas. This is good. It's a good time, and then it's not thyme though, it's rosemary. And then you take your filet barbario, you take your olive oil. This is our shed olive oil, by the way. I don't think we're posh, it was on sale. And it was on offer as well, me. And there wasn't an olive oil sale. Anyway, normal olive oil for this. Don't be using any of your fancy Dan extra virgin shit. It's just not even worth it because you'll just roast it off. So just use normal olive oil. You can use goose fat or beef fat or whatever you want for this, but I use olive oil. So that's just a couple of tablespoons in there. And that'll just fucking sit. Give it a wee shake, maybe a wee cheeky stir with a wee fork. Really see, now you can already see that started to change. It started to infuse, so we'll just leave that in there. And that'll sit until it's ready to go on the last 20 minutes of these potatoes. So call back when these potatoes are parboiled in a minute. Once we have the potatoes on, we'll finish up doing these sprouts because I'm going to do them with bacon. It's going to be lovely, and yeah, we'll season a wee bit. Hello, silver bells, silver bell. Anyway, we're doing Christmas roasties here, or indeed just roasties that you can have any time of the year. But so as you can see, we've boiled our potatoes. They are parboiled, they are fluffy and flowery, and give them a wee shake and flour them up, and you get more surface, and that's where the oil gets in. And then we do get them into a nice deep roasting tray. See these wee bits, do not leave them. Do not leave them in the pot. Get these out. They go very dirty, and they're the best bits. So get these out, give them a wee shake. A wee bit of seasoning towards each one of them if you can, just wee bit. Wee bit of salt, wee bit of pepper. And the reason why I've cut them in that way, apart from being the classic roasty shape, is because you want them to roast on the different sides, but you want good flat areas. so that area roasts and you get that dirty crust around there. That's what you want. So we're going salt and pepper to start with, and fill up a video, and should we get fucking sponsored with them? Again, we touch of oil towards each one here, and we'll give them a wee shake round. It's just a couple of tablespoons probably of olive oil for the whole tray here. This is a fucking great time. Because remember, we're putting in garlic and rosemary later with a wee touch of that oil they've been marinating. So you don't want them to be too fatty or whatever, but you do want to give them a good cover. So give them a shake, give them a wee cheeky shake and a wee bit of a stir around. That's everything's looking good. And then seriously, see these bits. So those are the big potatoes there. See these bits, mate. Those are just, that's gonna be some of the best times you've ever had in your fucking natural. So I'll say this much, look at this tray, isn't that lovely? Festive, candles, snowman, and here, Daddy Christmas himself. But I'll say this, totally regret cooking on this because it's fucking roasting. So we'll go in, we've got this up about 200. You want to go in with this, I mean really this is as long as it takes. Check on them every now and again, flip them over, and then when you know they've about 20-25 minutes left, fuck the garlic in of them, but we'll come back and show you us doing that. So that's fucking great times. When we get to do the garlic bit, we'll also do the sprouts, get them on the go. I'll boil them in a wee bit after the potatoes have been on for a while. We'll boil the sprouts up, and then I'll show you how to do the way I do the bacon with them. So it's good times. Thanks very much. So the potatoes are now in the oven. They're doing all right. They're getting there. They're golden. They're getting there. They're getting there. In the meantime, I've got sprouts on boiling. So I'm gonna take 2 slices. Yeah, two slices. Really want to do a slice per person, and there's only 2 of us eating this. So 2 slices of bacon, and you go straight in that pan. It's cold. Normally you don't put meat into a cold pan, but this is going in dry. So this is, and it's only on a medium heat. So that's cold because we want to slowly render the fat that's in this rind out. Now you can use any kind of bacon for this. Streaky's good for this. This is back bacon. This is maple cured because we like a wee flavour on ours. The smoked bacon, I mean, I would always say use something that's always say, as if this comes up in conversation all the time. I would, if I'm doing this, I would think that doing something with either smoked bacon or cured bacon is nicer because you just get another wee dimension to it. Washing the raw pork off my hands. So yeah, this will just come up nice and slow. The sprouts are in. You want to basically boil them, like, don't boil the fuck out of them, but boil them through, like. And yeah, this bacon will come up just real nice and slow. And then you take the bacon out, you hack it up on the board, and then you drop a wee knob of butter in, get the sprouts in there and give them a wee light saute in there in the bacon juice. See? Are you picking that up? Genius. That's what this is. This is flavours, mate. And like I say, if you want to take a wee look in here briefly, that's spots. They're doing their shit. So in about 5 minutes, we're gonna put that stuff in on top as well and get it going. This is a good time. I'm giving you good times here. I mean, it's not for me to say, but thank you for saying that I'm class. Thank you. Voila. So you want to come over, you can see here, the sprouts are on, the bacon is on, it's all going very well, it's all nice, low heat, medium heat. I'm going to take these potatoes out. Yeah, they're getting there. Close the oven. Didn't I tell you those wee bits? Look at that. Feet. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to add our garlic and rosemary mix, our marinade. Again, you want to try and get some rosemary over all the bits of potato, in this mix. Don't worry where the garlic falls because it's going to roast on its own. But you want to get plenty of rosemary in there, and then some for the pan. And we're going to give this a good old shake here. So this is all made, I swear to God, this is, I make these every Christmas. I know the shit, aren't I? People rave about these. So we'll try and do it like coughing into it like Tiny Tim. So give them a good old smash at this point, right? They can definitely take it. And then smell it, how good that smells. And then straight back into the oven for the rest of the time, probably about 20 minutes or so. We'll do those. If we come over, flip this bacon, must be getting nearly there. Yeah, this will be the last flip of the bacon, which is, sounds like some sort of comedy Saturday night family show that I would be part of. It's Kieran Bartlett, the last flip of the bacon. It's a family cookery show. It's sort of like the Generation Game, but also like Gladiators. So basically, you have to fire tennis balls at your fucking father-in-law. Anyway, so this is a good example of waiting around, talking shit when nothing's happening. Really, you're just waiting. Test the sprout here. Sprouts need more time. They're going to be about 5 minutes. This is going to be about 2. I'll chop the bacon up into wee bits, put it into a plate, onto a plate as it were, and leave this bacon fat here, and then melt a wee bit of butter into it. So I'll do that now. I'll show you. Put a wee bit of butter in there now. Just in case you're wondering, no, that isn't the normal size fork in my hand. It's small. I know what these are like, slobbering bastards. So just that's what, like, really a good teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half of butter, and it'll just melt. And we're gonna get the bacon out now anyway. Look at this butter making a fucking dick out of me here. Yeah, it's melted now. So get the bacon out on the board, give it a wee chop through. And we're going to leave that melted butter off because that's where the sprouts are going. So here we go. Yes, it dripped everywhere. I'm sorry. Turn that down a wee bit. And then yeah, just fucking run the old knife over this. And let's be serious. Let's be serious. Chef's treat. Make sure it works. It's cooked. There's a wee bit for you. Victory. So come back in a wee minute. We'll be doing sprouts. As you can see, I'm expertly straining these sprouts off. They're done. They still have a wee bit of bite on them. Not gonna be too bad, so we'll let them steam off a wee tiny bit. Turn off that ring. Turn off the loud as fuck extractor fan. And get our bacon and butter, bacon oil and butter dirt back on the go. We're doing this wee bits of chicken with gravy over them, so it's a good time. But you don't need to concern yourself with that there. I'm just gonna put the gravy over them once it's mixed. Put it in the oven for a good time. But we're just doing the sprouts and this is the reality of doing TV, a cooking show of your own, because if we were doing this in the studio, we would have had all this planned earlier, and we certainly wouldn't be doing just a random dish in the middle of it as well. But what the fuck, what are you gonna do? If you want it organised, go over on to Jamie Oliver. I won't have a bad word said about that man. He inspired me once upon a time, but I've become more of a Gordon acolyte of late. So if you don't know what acolyte means, so that's our sprouts in now. give them a wee bash around this bacon, juice and butter. Look at them already. Look how happy they are. People talk about you want your chickens and all, you want your cows to have had happy lives. These sprouts don't know they're born. Quite literally, they're not sentient, but great times. I'll mix this gravy up too. Watch me go. We're doing cheap ass Bisto gravy here. Big old mug of it. Nothing I enjoy more than stirring a gravy in Shane's tea with me mug. Gravy with twank, that's what you'd say on it. How do you like your gravy, love? Do you like it thick like me, or let's see. So get more wee bit of water in here. Sprouts are doing the best over there. I can hear them having a good time. Mixing this gravy, by the way, absolutely rotten. I don't know if you've ever added water to it halfway through after you've sort of got a consistency. It's fucking disgusting. Like, it's disgusting looking. I enjoy it when it's finished. We hack for you. This is up there, possibly at the beans al bouffe level of a hack. When you put the gravy granules into the mug at the start, whack a load of this black pepper into it. Do not salt this gravy because it is salty as fuck. Saltier than a fucking West Belfast ma, right? So here we go. Just a wee dirty sort of chicken gravy. Dirt. Gonna put these in. This is just roast chicken breast. I'm gonna get these in. Now, if I've done this right, I sort of have, there's enough there. There's enough to throw a wee bit over these potatoes when they're done. Yeah, look at those sprouts. It's nearly time. So I'm gonna throw these in the bottom shelf of the oven now. It's nearly time to take the potatoes out. Only 5 minutes, everything's done. These what do you call it? They're looking unbelievable. These roasties. I'm very pleased with how that's working out. I'll drop the bacon like another show that I'm working on. There's last flip of the bacon and there's no drop of the bacon. The drop of the bacon is the show that comes on later. It's the late night garden. So just get a plastic spoon of some kind, or a wooden spoon, depending on what sort of age you are, and just give it a lash. You can turn this up a wee bit now. We'll get a wee bit of colour going on the sprouts. But these are, I swear to God, see as shit. Again, we crack a black pepper. Again, no salt needed. There's butter and bacon in there. You do not need salt on that. It'll wreck it. It'll literally wreck it. So, how are you feeling about these? I'm feeling pretty good about it. So if you want to come back for the last time in a couple of minutes, I'll have all this plated and it'll be fucking sensational. Look at this. Did you hear that sound? That's the sound you want. That's the sound of crispy outers with here. Oh mate, good times twank. That's what this is. So get in, as you can see here. Moreover, look at this. Wee garlic. It just bursts. It just burst. See, look at that. I'm not doing it good. But that, well, it's bursting in there. Anyway, bigger one. Here's a bigger one. Look at that, mate. See that out of the skin? That's the best time of your life. Right. Now, let's see. We get in here. Get a couple of these out on the plate. Oh my God. He's only gone and done it again. Do you know what this is? This is a fucking smells bitchin' triumph. That's what this is. There's the crispiest bit. That's filthy with a bit of gravy on. Check this bit. You like bits on your chips? They don't taste anything. Look at that. Listen to how crispy. I've smashed this, look. This is fucking, it's not even a joke. So we're gonna have loads of these. A few more garlics on there. So yeah, this is how we do a couple of trimmings that go with our Christmas dinner every year. And it's always a good time with the garlic. You can throw, when we're roasting carrots down, I throw them into the same thing and then I get the garlic and rosemary treatment as well. I keep a parsnip separate, but I'll show you that in a different video. Thanks for joining us on this, and if this is the only one you see, happy Christmas. Oh, you know what I just forgot? Happy Christmas.